Hello all. Today let us see the topic mechanics. What do you mean by mechanics? Mechanics means it is a branch of physics which deals with the behavior of matter under the action of forces. Under the action of some forces, how the body behaves or how the matter behaves. The study of that branch of physics is called as mechanics. Here distance and displacement. Distance is a scalar quantity whereas displacement is a vector quantity because displacement depends on time. Units of distance are meters or centimeters. When it comes to velocity, velocity is displacement by time. What are the units of displacement? Meters. Meters per time. What are the units of time? Second. So the units of velocity is meter per second, which is displacement by time. When it comes to acceleration, what is acceleration? Change in velocity by time. Change in velocity by change in time. What is velocity? Units of velocity is meter per second into second. So meter per second square. The units of acceleration is meter per second square. These three are vector quantities. Why? Because they are dependent on time. Displacement, velocity, acceleration are vector quantities. Pressure is load by area. It is a scalar quantity. Thrust is a vector quantity. These are important to remember. When it comes to the equations of motions of the body, we generally know there are four equations. V is equal to u plus at, S is equal to ut plus half at square, S is equal to half t into v plus u. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. Here in these formulas, let us see the terms clearly. U means initial velocity, V means final velocity, A means acceleration due to gravity, T means time, S means displacement. Okay. When the body is moving upward, there will be some initial velocity, which means U is not equal to 0. And at certain point after reaching some height, the velocity becomes 0 and then it tries to come down. So final velocity becomes 0. Initial velocity never be 0, but final velocity will be 0 in case of object is thrown upward. So let us substitute these values: initial velocity not equal to 0 and V final velocity equal to 0 in the first equation. Then we will get V is equal to 0 is equal to, there is some value u plus at. At is equal to minus u minus gt. A means minus g. T is equal to minus u minus cancel. T is equal to u by g. Okay. Why we took A as negative? Because the body is moving opposite to the direction of gravity. Gravity is always downward, but the body is moving opposite to the gravity. So we took negative sign. When it comes to second formula, S is equal to ut plus half. In case of A, we substitute minus g. Then the formula becomes S is equal to ut minus half gt square. Third formula, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. From this, v square is equal to 2as plus u square. V means final velocity becomes 0. 0 is equal to u square plus A. In place of A, we substitute minus g. Minus u square is equal to minus gs. Minus cancel, whereas g is equal to u square by 2s. These are some of the observations. Let us see. Missiles and rockets, while launching, they make an angle of 45 degree in projectile shape. Projectile angle means in parabola shape. This type of science is known as ballistics. Okay. Projectile angle is equal to 90 minus theta. Okay. If a bomb is dropped from an aeroplane, then its trajectory means then its shape. For pilot, it travels in a straight line, but for the observer, it will be in parabola shape. Any body thrown from a moving vehicle moves in parabolic path. This is the point we should remember. Any body thrown from a moving vehicle moves in a parabolic path. Let us see a question. Two objects of different masses are dropped from the same height in vacuum. Okay. If two objects, let us say elephant and rat, if they both are dropped from the same height in air, in atmosphere, then elephant reaches first because it has high mass. When it comes to vacuum, in vacuum both elephant and rat reaches at the same time. Means they both reaches the ground at the same time, because At vacuum there is no media and it travels with a gravitation 9.81 meter per second square. Okay, G is always inversely proportional to 1 by radius. Okay, based on this principle, Galileo invented first telescope and also first thermometer. Let us see the Newton's law of motion. Newton's first law is based on the inertia, whereas Newton's second law is based on the momentum. Newton's third law is action is equal to minus reaction. When it comes to Newton's first law, inertia of rest. Newton's first law is also called as inertia of rest. If a body is at rest, it will remain to be at rest unless or until some external force act on it. Until some external force act on the body, it always remains to be at rest. What is the example? In a bus, when the brake is suddenly applied, the person moves backward because he wanted to be at rest still, but when some external force applied, he comes backward. This is the example of inertia of rest. When it comes to inertia of motion, when the driver stops the bus suddenly, the person moves forward. What is inertia of motion? Inertia of rest is the body wants to be at rest continuously unless or until some external force act on it. What is inertia of motion? The body always tries to be in motion unless or until if any brake applied, even if any brake applied. Next is inertia of direction. First law are inertia of rest, inertia of motion and inertia of direction. Inertia of direction, inability of an object in motion to change its direction of movement on its own. The people in the bus, when they sit in left side and right side, they pretend to change the direction of its own. Okay. Three Gorges Dam, China. This is the world's largest hydroelectric power plant. World's largest hydroelectric power plant. It is in China. Name Three Gorges Dam. Its mega units, its capacity is 22,500 megawatts. It is on Yangtze River. When it comes to Tehri Hydel Power Point, it is renewable Tehri Hydro Power Point. It is on the river Bhagirathi River. Its capacity is 2,400 megawatts. It is in Uttarakhand. Okay. Force. What are the units of force? SI unit Newton, CGS unit Dyne. Force is a vector quantity because it depends on time. Impulse. What is impulse? I is equal to m delta v. M delta v means it is momentum. What are the units? Newton second or Dyne second. Impulse in mud water is always less, whereas impulse in cement water is always more. In bikes there will be shockers. Why shockers are used in bikes? To nullify the impulse phenomenon. We know that Newton's third law, single force never exists, means when there is an action there is equal and opposite reaction. So action is equal to minus reaction. Okay. What are the examples of Newton's third law? Firing from the gun. In case of swimming also we use Newton's third law. Law of conservation of momentum. No change in momentum but energy is absorbed or released. Momentum is neither created nor destroyed. What are the applications of conservation of momentum? Law of conservation of momentum. It is used in launching of missiles, recoil of gun. We know work is equal to force into displacement. SI unit of work is joules. W is equal to F cos theta. If theta is equal to 90, then work done will be 0. If theta is equal to 45 degrees, then work done will not be equal to 0. When we solve this, cos 90 is 0, cos 45 1 by root 2. This is one of the important point. A body is moving along a circular path. The work done by the centripetal force is always 0. If the body is moving along the circular path, then the work done by the centripetal force will be 0. Next topic is energy. What do you mean by energy? Ability or capacity to do work is called energy. Energy is of two types: renewable energy, non-renewable energy. Renewable energy means which is directly available in nature. Whereas non-renewable energy is we are getting them to some extent only. Okay, what are the examples of renewable energy? Solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, geothermal energy, waste to energy. This is green hydrogen, hydroelectric energy. Which is the cheapest form of energy? Solar energy is the cheapest form of energy, whereas tidal energy is the most expensive type of energy. When it comes to non-renewable energy, again these are classified into two types, which are fossil fuels, non-fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. Examples of fossil fuels are coal, natural gas, shale gas, petroleum, etc. Whereas non-fossil fuels, these are the radioactive elements, which are uranium, plutonium, thorium. Next, mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is having two types: potential energy, kinetic energy. Potential energy formula is P is equal to mgh. PE is equal to mgh. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. What is potential energy? By its position or shape. If we define the energy by its position or shape, then it is called as potential energy. PE is equal to mgh. Kinetic energy is equal to, if the energy is defined by its motion, then it is called as kinetic energy. Ke is equal to half mv square. Potential energy depends on height, whereas kinetic energy depends on velocity, which means if potential energy increases, height increases. When kinetic energy increases, then velocity increases. So PE is directly proportional to height, whereas Ke is directly proportional to velocity. Okay. Law of conservation of energy. What is law of conservation of energy? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another form. Okay. Electric heater. Which energy is converted to which energy? Electric motor, dynamo, microphone, loudspeaker. I will post these in a short. Please do watch there. Okay. Let us see the problem. If the velocity of an object increases around 4 times, then what is kinetic energy? As we saw here, that kinetic energy depends on velocity. So Ke1 is directly proportional to V1 square. What they told, that the velocity of an object increased by 4 times. So Ke2 is equal to 4 times of V1 square. Then by solving, we will get 1:16. Next, what is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum? Kinetic energy equal to half mv square, half into m square v square by m. We are dividing it by m, so that when we cancel here m, we will get the same value, half mv square. By this we can write half into mv whole square by m. mv means P is equal to mv. This is momentum formula. So by that, kinetic energy is equal to momentum square by 2m, P square by 2m. Stretched rubber band is having potential energy. Flying bird is having both potential and kinetic energy. A man climbing up a hill, he also has both potential energy and kinetic energy. A flying aeroplane also has both potential energy and kinetic energy. These are the examples. These are frequently repeated in exams, as that which of the following is possesses potential energy, or which of the following possesses both potential energy and kinetic energy, and they will give the examples. Or they can ask, the flying bird possesses which type of energy? Option A potential energy, option B kinetic energy, option C both, option D none, like that. Okay. We know power is equal to work by time. Units of work joule, time second, joule per second. Units of power is joule per second. Friction, resistance to the moment of the motion. If the force is pushing towards this, if the body is moving like this, then the friction is opposite to it. So what is meant by friction? Resistance to the moment of the motion. What are the advantages of friction? These are some of the applications. Walking on surface. We are walking on some surface comfortably means the resistance of the movement of motion is proper over there, which means friction is properly available. Brakes applied due to the friction. Nails can be fixed in the wall due to friction. Matchstick is lighted due to friction. What are the disadvantages? Heat is produced and damage machines. Due to more friction, more heat is produced and it damages the machines. It causes wear and tears. Wear and tears like slippery. It is a bit slippery. What are the methods of reducing friction? Borax powder. In case of caroms, we use borax powder to reduce the friction so that the coin exactly reaches to the hole smoothly. In case of bearings, by using lubricants also we can reduce the friction. Grease, oil. The best way of dry lubricant is graphite. Graphite is the best dry lubricant. Streamlining. What is simple harmonic motion? To and fro motion of the body is the simple harmonic motion. There are examples: motion of cradle, motion on jute of pendulum, motion of needle of a sieving machine. Okay. This is the formula for time period. T is equal to 2 pi root L by G. What is centripetal force? Centripetal force always acts at the center. It is the real force. Force is equal to mv square by r. The centripetal force applications are satellites and solar system. All are properly functioning because of the gravitational centripetal force. Centrifugal force. Centrifugal force acts away from the center, whereas centripetal force acts towards the center. It is away from the center. Here it is a real force, but here it is a virtual force. This is negative of this. F is equal to minus v square by r. Example for this is churner. Milk is converted to butter. Butter is converted to curd. Washing machine. In case of washing machine also. Honey is separated by the comb. And the next one is banking of rods. Banking of rods generally has a formula: tan theta is equal to v square by rg. Okay, if v is equal to speed, if here the v required is more than the actual speed, then it shifts towards the center. If actual speed is more than the required speed, then it skids towards the outside. These are important. So this is about the chapter mechanics. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.